I'm gonna cut you off.
No, go ahead.
She was born 2 months early. She was premature.
Your daughter?
Yeah, my first daughter's a miracle. Yeah, she was born 2 months early. She, the doctor said she wasn't gonna live. She wasn't gonna make it. It was already guaranteed. They already told us like, there's no way possible. It's 99.9 chances she is going to die. This baby can't make it. Like, she was 1 pound 7 ounces when she came out. She didn't come out head first. A foot came out. 2 feet. He pulled her out like a chicken, like this. For real, okay. He pulling the baby out, bro. The nurses and shit, bro. And me, bro, I'm sitting there. He pulled my daughter out and had a big ass plastic bag. Knowledge. Had it like this, bro. She like this big, bro. Had it like this upside down, bro. Was putting her in the bag, bro. And my baby mama screaming. I'm talking about screaming, going crazy, boy. You hear me? All I heard was, I went crazy. I said, nigga, she alive, nigga.
I can show you what to do with money. I would give Finn a key, but she be moving funny.
The 40 his core and knees and the K over everything else like priorities. I really
Damn it gave me a Mac. You show up with this OTC.
Why you telling them that you hot in these streets? Cause you got caught trying to meddle with a boot like a Monopoly piece?
Toss this nigga there. I have money landing on heads. I call it in the air. Got twerk asking for the run back. I'm talking clips, math, goods. I already done that.
And this bring you my item. But tonight, my nigga, I'm stunning right.
The only nigga to kill Lux clearly. That's a fun fact.
Bad news written all over this hammer. That's the done title.
I done fucked up more names than drunk smack, nigga. The gut.
Seen him turn on me, couldn't believe it. I had to wipe my eyes, threw me off a little bit at first, caught me by surprise. How you love me? Wasn't around when I needed you. Me and you, when I ain't had nobody, I believed in you. Breezing through, pockets on E, but we a do. Guess this my truth for all the lies I was feeding you. Times I ain't have it, I said fuck it, I'll make a way. Nah, I ain't no hero, but you know I'm gonna save the day. What up though, nigga? Hip hop is real, we in here.
Yeah, you already know, man. Bad news.
Got these niggas in the mount. What's up?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say appreciate you having us out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, bro. For sure. Appreciate y'all niggas coming.
You know, we haven't done like a sit down. I feel like, at least for me, man, like in a real while where, you know, I really got, you know, like usually all the conversations are about what's happening right now, this, that, and the third. A little bit about what the artist is dealing with at times and things like that. You know, a lot of things dominate the culture, you know, sometimes beyond the art. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And today I wanted to, like, you know, have a different conversation with you today and, you know, be one of the first people that, you know, I've been dealing with you and building with you for years. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But, you know, a lot of times people don't really know who you are, some of the things you go through, what you've been through. So I wanted to kind of like go from the start a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, for sure.
Because right now you're about to have one of the biggest battles of your career.
Let me tell you shit. This is the biggest battle of my career for me. And I mean, at one point it was Tay-Rock, you know, that's all y'all know and shit. But yeah, right now, for where I'm at in my career, what Geechee doing, you know what I'm saying? This is my biggest battle for me. Not for him on the other end, but for me it is. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Geechee, though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, with that being said, you know, where were you born and raised, man?
I'm from Harlem. I'm from St. Nicholas Projects, man. 2406 8th Avenue, 8H, nigga, for real. You already know the trenches, for real. Like, that's why I was born at, I moved down here to North Carolina and shit. I was going on 10 years old and shit, man, 99.
So, the first 10 years of your life, you was in New York?
Yeah, man, but you know, see, niggas don't really understand. My 10 years wasn't like any ordinary 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from 5 to 10, I seen what niggas started seeing at 16 already. You know what I'm saying? I was already seeing shit at 5 years old. Niggas at 16, 17.
Alright, so did you grow up with your mom and your pops?
I grew up with my grandmother. My mother didn't have custody of me because, you know, she was in the streets. So, you know, she lost custody when I was born. My grandmother took me, you know, my grandmother had 13 of us in a 3 bedroom.
13 of y'all in 2 bedroom?
In New York, 24/6, 8/8.
So, your mom and pops wasn't in the picture?
My mom's was 4 flights, 4 floors top of me. I lived on the 8th floor. 8H, she lived on 12H.
Okay.
Her, my step pops, Mr. Sonny and shit.
Okay.
That nigga's still here, 81 years old, been there for my whole life. That's my man.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, for real.
So, you wasn't with your mom though?
She lived 4 flights.
So, but were you with her?
I was my grandmother, baby. No, I lived in my grandmother's house. My mother didn't have custody. Like, she'd come see us or whatever.
But y'all lived in the same building though?
In the same building.
You see her every day though?
I see her almost every day. Oh, yeah. She'll see me, go give me some crabs, give me some candy, and try to, butter me in. But I wasn't fucking with her. I was my grandmother, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean? And I seen my moms do a lot of wild shit. I love my moms to death. I'm a man now, so, But yeah. But eventually, I gravitated to her and shit, so I became her baby.
Where was your pops at that time?
Man, the story with my pops is so crazy, bro, because my real pops, I knew who he was in New York, you know what I'm saying? Like I just told y'all, Mr. Sonny was my mom's boyfriend, and he had kids with my mom's too. And he was saying he was my father and shit, but it's this other nigga named Tony and shit was my father for real. That I knew he was my father in New York.
Okay.
But he wasn't really in the picture. He'd come through, give me $100 here, there, $300 every 2 months. He'd pop up, give me some money, and that's it. So he wasn't really I really just got back in connection with this nigga last year. Last year, bro.
Yeah.
My real pops.
Yeah.
I got back connection with him last year. I had to go holler at my step pops and let him know. So he 81 years old. He been there. My mom's died 17, going on 18 years ago. He been there. He ain't even my father. He nigga never turned his back on me, bro. So you feel me? He been there forever. So I had to go have a sit down and talk to him and let him know. This fool Tony hit me up. I gotta go holler at him. He like, who? He don't even remember. He like, who? I'm like, my pops. It's like, for real, man. I had to go holler at my step pop. Let him know. He like, so you going out there? I'm like, yeah, I'm going out there. Like, this shit real life shit. You know what I'm saying? I just really started fucking with my pops for real like a year ago, for real.
Wow. Now, going back, growing up in Harlem, you saying between when you were born, you just remember being with your grandmother.
Yeah, I was with my grandmother.
So you was with you said 13 other siblings?
Mm-hmm.
How was it growing up like that for you in Harlem around that time between 5 and 10 years old, around that time you out there?
Every day was an adventure. Every day was exciting. It was always exciting. So many different personalities around. I got so many different pieces of so many people. You know what I'm saying? Growing up like that, I don't know, bro. That was, now that I'm back think about it and shit, bro, that was an amazing feeling. Family is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Family is real, bro. Definitely.
Who were you surrounded by as far as your siblings, the 13 or the 12 other kids around you?
My cousins, man. Long live my cousin Lil Scott, Ashanti, my sister Jazz, man, my uncles, my other cousins, my grandmother, man. It was a lot of us, bro. It was so.
That's crazy.
My grandmother, long live mommy, man. She natured everybody. She Big Mama for the project. You know what I'm saying? Anybody from 1980 to 2000, you go to Harlem, St. Nick. Anybody from them 20 years, if you mention her name, they know automatically Big Mama. You know, it's her. She was that.
At what age were you looking I guess, or did you realize you were seeing things you might have not been supposed to be seeing?
5, 6 years old.
5. What was the first thing you could say that you saw where you was yo, this is crazy, or that shocked you, or even made you at 5 or 6 have that thought?
When I was 6. Long live my uncle, man. My uncle Bad News. Where I got the name from? My uncle Bad News, Scott. Nigga was a wild nigga in New York, man. For real, he was a real wild boy, man. You understand me? For real, when I was talking to Rex, when I first met T-Rex, I was talking about my uncle. When I said my uncle name, we was in New York. This was 10 years ago. I was in New York. I'm like, Rex, what up? Him and Mook was out there. I'm like, yo, what's good with y'all niggas, OGs of the rap game? Yeah. I'm like, yo, Rex, I'm really from here. He where you from? St. Nick. I'm like, nigga, Scotty was my uncle. He looked at me, he stopped. He Scotty? You can pull it up right now on YouTube. It's still on YouTube. He Scotty from Harlem. Now you gotta cut the cameras off. We can't talk about him. He's a legend. Rex said that on camera. It's still on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? He was really that. But he did some wild shit one time. My uncle was a wild nigga. I love this nigga to death, but that nigga was a demon. Man, it was like Christmas. It was one year, man. I don't know. Nigga had a toothache though, bro. On my mother's soul, I dropped dead. Nigga had a toothache, bro. The nigga came in there and told my grandmother, Mommy, I got a toothache. Tell the kids, tell everybody keep it. It was a lot of us. Tell them keep it down. She okay. She come tell us keep it down, whatever. We keep it down 10, 20 minutes. We kids. We start going back crazy. We wild. My nigga, it's the wildest shit I've ever seen. Nigga came out the room, bro. Nigga put a pole to my grandmother's head and kicked all of us out of the house. Every child in the house kicked us all out.
Who?
In our pajamas.
You say your uncle?
5 and 6 years old?
Uncle.
Jeez, man.
My uncle.
And what happened? Like, why did he do that?
He had a toothache and he wanted us to be
He
quiet.
was making noise still.
We were still making noise. He put a pole to my grandmother's head and kicked us out the crib and made us leave.
Everybody out.
I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't say that. That's real. That's the craziest shit I ever seen ever. Like at that age, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You was scared?
Scared, terrified. Everybody in the project was scared of that nigga. Nigga was 5'3". Niggas walking around 7 foot, terrified, shaking when they see him. Yeah.
Yeah. How did that affect you at that time?
I mean, you know, just like I said, that was just the beginning of the mad wild shit, bro. Like, I done seen a lot of shit, so now me thinking back on shit, like, I probably was traumatized and didn't know I was traumatized about shit, you know what I'm saying, before. You know what I'm saying? Just living life, you know, when you going through it, you don't really know until you sit, you know what I mean? When you soak in.
And
like,
you see how you raise your kids or see how, you know what I'm saying?
And they don't go through, they don't really see. I mean, they would never believe if I told them certain things about my childhood at their age right now, you know? They'd be like, what the? They'd be like, hell no, Dad. Yeah, for real. Like, people down here don't know it's a whole nother life we lived in New York. And I can imagine what my older brothers and sisters seen before I started seeing shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So, what was school like for you at that time?
School's good. School's crazy. You know, I was a crazy math student, man. I was real wild in math. I knew by the age of 5 or 6 years old, I knew what was 12 times 12. Like, I mean, I'm talking about I knew not just 12 times 12. Like, all kids know that because that's easy. Because you know, when they find that out, they think they smart because they know that. But I knew what was 12 times 9, what was 12 times 5, what was 12 times 7 on the spot, what was 11 times, what was on the spot. Motherfuckers would be give me, bro. I was making so much money because they didn't believe my uncle would be like, nah, Chico know everything. Like, I mean, Chico, what's 13 times 9? I be bang. They be like, what the fuck? How old is he? 5. He know all his but bro, I had math down pack and shit. So by the time I was in the 3rd grade, my cousin Lil Scott and shit. He rest in peace. He started skipping school. He was ready to skip school. He like 2 years older than me and shit. He was skipping school and shit. And you know, I wasn't with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I was still young. I was my grandmother baby. I was bad. I was still sneaky, but I wasn't skipping school. You know what I'm saying? People like, nigga, skipping school. Like, but I found out he was doing that shit. He told me. He like, yeah, nigga, you gonna skip with me today, nigga? I'm like, skip school? I'm like, fuck no. Yeah. So I go to school. I walk off. Me and my cousin, his sister, Shanti. You know what I mean? She gonna see this and laugh. We walk off and shit. He like, yo, cheap, bitch ass nigga, pussy, he talking shit to me. I'm young boy. Like, nigga, you want to skip school? Like, I bet. So, about a week or two go through, he still starts skipping. My cousin, she's an angel, Ashanti. She skips with the nigga. Now they got me looking crazy. I'm like, so this what we on, y'all skipping? I start skipping school 3rd grade with them. We skipped 2 months straight, non-stop. 2 months straight out of school. Acting like we going to school 3rd grade, nigga. We acting like we going to school every day. We hopping in cabs, nigga. Going to the Bronx, going to Brooklyn, going to Queen. We get in the cabs. My cousin to hop out. My cousin Scott here hop out. Walk off. Be like, hold on. I'm about to go in the crib and money for my auntie and shit. He be like before we get there, we have a special call. Like cuckoo. So he get to the porch. He be like cuckoo. We jump out. Take off. All day we in another barrel for 2 months every day, bro. Like we running around.
What the hell was y'all doing?
Just mad shit, just stealing and, you know, just running around, just being bad. Just doing mad shit in New York, just wasting time for no reason. I don't even know what the fuck we was doing. We was just doing shit, bro. So, alright. One day we get brave, my nigga, right? I went to PS92, bro.
Okay.
We go to the school while we skipping. We go at like 1 o'clock on some shit. Like, they ain't seen us in a month of some change. They ain't seen us. We go to school, nigga. We sneak in, we walk in like we been there already. Everybody seeing us like, man, what y'all doing? We like, bro, it's crazy. We like superstars. And they like, yo. So this nigga I never forget, bro. I'm 7, 8 years old. Nigga named Kendall. Nigga named Kendall told on me. He went and told the principal, nigga Antoine.
Yeah, Kendall the truth teller, huh?
And he went and told the principal I was in the school. Nigga, the principal, the teachers, everybody came running down the hallway. We ran out of the school.
Damn.
Boom. That's how everything started crumbling down. We got too cocky. Then they started, they reached out to the family, told my grandmother and shit. Then one of her friends had already seen us in the projects and told her that she seen us already. So we out there one day in the projects, nigga, we cooling, trying to find something to do because we bored as shit, don't know what to do. We sitting on the benches, looking stupid. My grandmother walk out the building, she coming around the corner, she called my name. And yo, we take off. I'm like, yo, nigga, mommy. Scott like, what? Come on, baby, out. We take off. We dipping. She like, Puda. Bro, that's my word on my mother.
What she call you?
Puda.
Okay.
I heard it a mile away.
Bro, a mile away, nigga. You hear me? Listen, bro. My cousins be mad. They were so mad at me, bro. Listen, bro. I'm running. I stopped in my tracks, like, boom. I told that was my grandmama, baby. Hey, bro, they kept running. I stopped and looked. She said, I just stopped. I said, damn. I got you. She seen us. I told y'all she lied. She looking dead at like, what we running to? My cousin Scott kept running. He never came home. That nigga left. Bro, the nigga was gone for like 4 or 5 days before he finally got caught by his father out there in the projects. Damn. Before Big Scott caught Little Scott, he was gone for like 4 or 5 days. We got caught. Took us to the crib. My grandmother couldn't believe it. She called my Uncle Scott, told him like, yeah, I got the name of Skipping Sky. He like, what? He come to the crib, me and my cousin Shanti. He come to the crib, bro. This is real. I love this nigga, man. I love this nigga's soul, man. Listen.
Organic gave me a Mac. You show up with this OTC.
Well, toss this nigga there. I have money landing on heads. I call it in the air.
That's his first time ever whooping me. His first time ever whooping his daughter. He whooped us together. And it's the OG right now in Harlem. Yo, shouts out to my nigga Ant, man. Ant Live, man. My nigga Ant, one of his best friends, he still live in Harlem right now. He was in the bathroom with him and shit. I was like 6, 7 years old. Ant can vouch for the story saying right there and shit. My uncle, he was like, yeah, so y'all want to skip school, right? We in the bathroom, bro. He closed the door. It's me, Ant, my cousin, and my uncle. He like, y'all want to skip school, right? Chico's, what you doing out here, Chico? You skipping school? So I'm like, I'm just doing it. Oh, what regular shit. He like, nah. He like, nah. Put your pants down. Like, what? He like, put your pants down. Shh. Shanti, put your pants down. Shh. But like, he like, lean over on the bathtub. He like, what's going on? Nigga, bare hand. Blah! And then, blah! All you hear is, wow! Yo, someone went to work on us, boy. You hear me? First time he whooped both of us, bro. My uncle, bro. First, like, he went crazy on us, bro. That's my word. So, about 10, 20 minutes going by, he really whooping our asses, bro, for real, bro. Like, we crying like a motherfucker. I stopped and tell him, like, I had doo-doo and shit. I'm like, oh, I got doo-doo. He asked me, he like, yo, rest in peace, I love this nigga. So, nigga said, Chi, you got doo-doo? And right there, he like, what you got to do, Chi? You got regular doo-doo or raw doo-doo? I said, I do raw doo-doo. Them niggas bust out laughing. And yo, let us go, son. I got us out of there. Yeah, crazy, classic shit. Nigga, I never forget that shit. Nigga, my cousin's going down there and shit.
For real. So you going to school, you in New York, like, at one point, like, what's one of the craziest things that happened to you while you out there? Or was it just a smooth sailing, good childhood? Like,
New York school?
Yeah,
nah,
while you was in New York.
Shout out to my niggas, man. Yo, Eric, Tyreek, Mustafa, Crack, nigga, Joey, nigga, everybody, man. Shout out to my niggas, man. Listen, bro. Nah, we wasn't regular kids, bro. You know, like Juice, like Bishop and them.
Yeah.
We was dumb at 6 and 7 and 8. We was already them niggas. Like, we was those guys. Bro, I was already in
6, 7, and 8.
Nigga, listen, bro. 1996, 97, when the Metro cars came out in the train stations, I was the only nigga in fucking elementary school with Metro car and a blade on me. I used to go to school with a pocket knife in the Metro car. Nigga, I was the only child in the class in my gang that had it. Nigga, I passed the knives out to my niggas. Niggas, come on, I passed the knives out.
In second grade,
I had a
first, second grade.
Trains, nigga, had a knife in the Metro car at second grade. Nigga, third grade. Nigga, no cap. For real. But listen, when they found out we was skipping, all that ass whooping shout out. Long story short, no, nigga. What was it called back then? BCW or some shit in New York back then? Some shit when the child care people come take the kids, whatever?
Yeah, CPS?
CPS. Nigga, they came knocking the door, nigga. They came knocking the door, nigga. You hear me, nigga? Came and got me, my cousin. They tried to get my big brother. He was older than all of us, nigga. He ran out of the crib on him because he looked grown already. So they didn't know he was a child. Like my brother, he's 6'6" right now. So at this time, he probably was 6'1". You know what I'm saying? He was already a tall nigga. So he answered the door like a man. When son realized what was going on, that nigga got right out of there. So they booked all of us, nigga. Listen, bro, they took us to Coney Island, nigga. I was on Coney Island for 3 months, nigga. Me and my cousins, nigga. Me and my cousin Scott Shanti, nigga, they took us to Coney Island, took us for my grandmother and put us in a foster home for skipping school, nigga.
How was that like, going to the foster home?
It was crazy, nigga. It was wild, nigga. See this little girl named Joy, she was deaf and shit. It was wild, bro. I remember it was crazy shit, bro. This old white lady had us, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was some wild, crazy shit. We first got there and shit. My cousin was mad because I stopped when my grandmother called us and shit. So me and him ain't never bumped heads till then. We get there and shit. He had a PlayStation back then. He was spoiled. I ain't had no PlayStation. But he had his game with him. I'm playing this PlayStation while we at the Foster home. Like the first 2 days we did. We ain't bumped heads since we got caught.
He's still mad.
Yo, listen, son, I'm playing the PlayStation and shit. We in there. I'm in there whooping the new kid's ass. Like, yeah, nigga talk shit. You know what I'm saying? He come by. I mean, I see him and shit. I look at him. I'm like, you know, my heart start throbbing. I'm like, oh shit. I'm saying, yeah, nigga. He come through. He snatched my controller out of my hand. Give me the shit, nigga. I'm like, yo. He like, fuck wrong with you, nigga. So he ain't say nothing. He took the controller and shit. I'm just like, damn, word. I mean, that was that. Boom. I'm like, all right. For me, that was good. I'm like, whew, he ain't whoop me. He ain't put the things on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's big cuz. I know you on that. Boom. About a day or two go by, bro. I'm sitting there, me and his cousin and shit. We motherfucking talking to some shit. He stopped like, nigga, shut up, bitch ass, nigga. Nah, nigga, you shouldn't have never stopped, nigga. You stopped when we got caught, nigga. He was on my ass, nigga. Nigga stuffed me, bum. I'm like, oh, it's lit. I tried to do what I could do, nigga. I started grabbing, swinging, going crazy. Nigga was whooping my ass. I ain't gonna lie, my cousin tore my ass up in there that day. Nigga, no cap, nigga. That's my nigga. Long live LS, man. Nigga whooped my ass, though. Then we got down, got cool and shit. After that, start going to the park. Lady start giving us a little privilege. We going to the park about a month in. Here he go. He planning to break out. He planning we gonna run away from this shit. Me and Stink, we with it. We like, I bet we gonna do it with you, cuz. We go down to the park that day of. Nigga, we get to running, nigga, we leaving. Bro, we probably 15, 20 minutes away from the crib. Like, we wanna know where we at. I'm like, yo, my cousin like, yo, Chief, what we gonna do? I'm like, yo, I don't know, you thinking like me. I'm ready to go back. She like, me too, nigga, fuck this. This nigga tripping. So boom, nigga, we turn around, nigga, and run back the other way without telling cuz nothing. He's still walking and going that way, jogging, going that way. Nigga, we going the other way. Yo, son, we going the other way, we running. I look back, he's still going his way. I'm running, I look back, he going his way. Running, I look back, that nigga just, he turned around, he's just standing in the middle on the sidewalk, just looking dead at us, running. Like, I'm like, oh, Stink, he see us, it's lit. That nigga came to the crib and got busy on my ass again.
So that was like one of your first times getting into like fights and shit like that?
Nah, that's with my cousin though. I've been in fights in the hood. Like I was fighting with niggas. I told you we was already fighting in the projects. Where I'm from in New York, we always was fighting. Like we always was fighting, bro. Like we was fighting every day.
What made you feel like you had to carry a razor blade at 6, 7 years old?
Because it was this Puerto Rican nigga that had just moved in my projects. He had moved to 2410 and shit. And the nigga had the same birthday as me, and I was mad, and we got into it and shit. We was in the park one day or whatever, my birthday was coming up, and I was like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, that time, I ain't know nobody else with that birthday, bro. So I was mad as shit, nigga. I was on all bullshit with this nigga, you feel me? Like, for real, bro. So, hey, he got to a little argument and shit. He tried to run into the building. Before he get to the building, my niggas already grabbed him and pulled him back out and let me whoop him. I beat his ass and shit out. And that's when they told me he had a knife. So that was my first time ever going to get a knife.
Damn.
That was my first, I had got me a knife, and I had a knife. I mean, that was my first time getting a knife.
Damn.
Hell yeah, facts. The Puerto Rican nigga say he had a knife. You know the Puerto Rican be having knives.
So after the foster home, like you come back home and
I went back to my grandmother's house. You know, that was moving into the third. They put me to the 4th grade because I missed out of 2 months, but nigga, I caught up so quick. I told you I was so smart. You know what I mean? I caught up so quick and shit. I still went to the next grade and shit. By that time, my moms and my pops, they moved. My pops had left my mom's or whatever. They had some shit going on. He came down here to North Carolina, to Rocky Mount, because my stepdad, he originally from here.
Okay.
So he came back down here and shit. I'm still with my grandmother. So him, my little brother, my moms, and my sister, they all came to Rocky Mount. Me and my big brother, the one I told you to answer the door that got out of there, we was like, fuck that. We not leaving Harlem. Nigga, is y'all stupid? Like, we not leaving the Jets. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not leaving. So they all left, whatever. Like, a whole school year go by. The summertime come around, my mom's is begging us to come down here and shit, to come just test it out, just to come see what the South was like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we come down here for a summer. I came down like the summer of '98. And my first time ever eating hog chitlins, my first time eating barbecue, my first time eating red hot dogs. Like, I was a real skinny nigga in New York, bro. Like, I was like a pencil, bro. I came out here, I gained like 30 pounds over the summer. Went back to New York, they was like, what the fuck? And you know, my grandma was so big, like my grandmother was getting older, so me now knowing what was going on, because now I get the whole picture. You know, I was a youngin', I didn't understand it. My grandmother was sick. She knew she was sick, and she kind of wanted me to go with my mom. You know what I'm saying? So she was asking me, how did I like it with my mom's? I mean, I kept it real. Like, mommy, like, I think I want to go down there and live with it. I want to try it. Like, you feel me? I want to go down there and try it. July 5th, nigga. July 5th, 1999, nigga, we hopped in the goddamn bus. Me and my brother, nigga, we came down here, nigga. Me and my big brother. He stayed like 2 weeks, nigga. Bro, right there, tell you, my big brother, they call him Float Dante and shit. Came down here like 2 weeks. That was 99, nigga. He stayed for 2 weeks and went back to Harlem. He ain't been back since. I never left. Yep. Makes sense.
So, what was it like when you first came out in North Carolina?
First came to North Carolina and shit. It was crazy. It was way different. But I told you I came the summer before that.
Okay.
In the summer before that, when I came, my little brother, he already was here. And it's a nigga named, it was a nigga named Greg, nigga named Ghost and shit back in the day and shit. Know what I mean? Long live my nigga Ghost and shit. But that summer when I came out here, my brother had a bike. He had a little mountain bike. And Ghost stole his bike. My brother wasn't in New York. We was in New York. My brother, he was on a 12H with my mother and my father. He was never outside, like we was running the streets. He wasn't skipping, none of that. He was never doing nothing. So he wasn't on shit. So when I came out here and I found out, nigga, the first week I'm here, my mom was like, yeah, Antoine, and some boy named Gregory took Davon's bike. I'm 9. My mom's ready to I'm like, word? So we in the hood, whatever. My brother showing me the roads, because he been out there a little longer than me. You know what I mean? But I know he ain't on no hood shit. I'm out here like, let me see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We run into the nigga Greg or whatever, and he owned my brother's bike. This is my first summer in Rocky Mountain, nigga. I see the nigga, he put the bike on the side of the house and shit, nigga goes, I go up there, I'm like, yo, bro, it's my brother's bike. He like, ugly nigga, my nigga goes, I was like, ugly ass nigga. He like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. I'm like, nigga, it's my brother's bike, nigga. So we about to square up and fight. Some girl came out like, nah, bro, I told you, Greg, everyone fucking get mad over this bike. Just get on the bike back. So we never fought, we never did nothing, but I got the bike back from my brother. We got the bike back. That was my first summer ever here, bro. And I mean, I left, and you know, like shit like that just kind of stuck with me. I'm like, I gotta get back down into my bro. Like I just, you know what I mean, I came back. A year later, you know what I mean, next summer I came to stay, whatever. You know what I mean?
So who was you staying with in North Carolina?
My mother and my father.
Okay.
Yeah, so my pops had already left, and then he brought my mother, my sister, and my brother down here with him. And me and my other brother wouldn't come at first. Then we came later.
So then you kind of at 10 years old, kind of reunited back with your mom, like where y'all really living with her and everything
really
like that.
Living with her, yep. Really living with her.
And it was you, her, your pops,
and my sister and my little brother. But I'm 32, he's 31. He about a year.
Okay. Yeah.
We had another brother when y'all just met a little while ago.
Yeah.
He's 21. You know, I told you my pop's 81. My pops had him at 60. He's a Rolling Stone.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's the young boy. You ain't see my pops. He at work. He at Walmart working right now. 81.
Jeez.
Yeah. For real.
Pops holding it down.
For real.
Yeah, he like Dr. Savior out here.
And he got. What he say? He got 22, 21 kids.
Your pops got 21.
What's that pops? He got like 22 kids.
So
I mean, these motherfuckers right now be older than me and you right now. Be in Walmart with him. Go holler at him. What up, pops? He like talking to somebody. I'm like, you talking to? It's your brother right here. This nigga like 50 years old. Bro, it's my brother.
You got a lot of brothers, a lot of cousins.
I done met people like, bro, for real, bro, shit crazy, bro. That shit be wild, gang.
Got twerk asking for the run back. I'm talking clips, math, goods. I already done that. The only nigga that killed Lux clearly. That's a fun fact.
Like growing up, like, you know what I'm saying, do you feel like New York gave you an advantage coming into North Carolina? Or like that time you spent in New York and being free and wild and running around the city, getting into all that type of shit?
When I moved out here, it was real slow. It was real slow. Like, I mean, like early 2099, it was real slow. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, this shit around here turned up. Like, throughout like 2000s.
How was the adjustment for you when you first came out here?
I was young, so I didn't have a fucking choice. You know what I'm saying? I had to adjust. I'm still going to school. I don't got no say so. I'm with my moms. I got to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I transitioned kind of easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, matter of fact, y'all done seen my projects. There's two sides of the shit. It's really small. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there forever. So it was kind of easy to, you know what I mean, become one of them guys out there. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's right there. We fucking niggas up in other hoods forever coming up right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. It was kind of easy to adjust. I started repping Armstrong Projects when I first, that's the hood called Armstrong Projects. I've been out there repping that shit since 99, you know what I'm saying?
So okay, well, what made you, you know, so what was going on around that time when you first started going out here? School and everything, it just made friends easy, everything was cool?
I made like two or three friends like that was around my age, yeah. A couple of, like, when I was so nice in basketball when I first moved out here, all the older niggas found respect for me. Cause I was 9 and I was nice with the rock. And they couldn't believe my dribbles and shit. Like, that's one of my big bros right there. He'll tell you, he can vouch. Like, he came from Jersey the same year in '99, so he like 4 or 5 years older than me. And he witnessed like my shit was crazy. So I was the only young boy that could even play basketball with the older niggas. So that shit put my clout out there quickly. You know what I'm saying? When I got out of there, like, it was this little nigga from New York, got the hot sauce. That's when N1 was crazy. I was hot sauce professor in my ass. So, I was on that, you know what I'm saying? So I came out here, niggas wasn't dribbling like me in my hood, like Armstrong, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of put me ahead quicker too. And then I finally got into my first fight, like the first week or two I was out here. So that kind of put me boom too. I mean, nigga took my bag of chips at the same store I just took you to. That's right. The same store I just took you to, 3 O's.
Yeah.
Nigga took my bag of chips, about to walk across the street and shit, came from school and shit. I was a couple niggas just start fucking with, you feel me? I ain't gonna say his name, my bro. I mean, about to walk across the street and shit. Bro snatched my chips. I had some barbecue Lay's chips. At the time, that was my favorite chips.
Not the barbecue, bro.
He snatched my shit. He like, give me these shit.
Why you do that?
I guess because I'm the new nigga. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
It's open already or not even open?
I had just opened it. I had just like took one out and just first one. So boom, he did that, and whatever. Listen, these are the chips. As soon as he grabbed the chips, like he was like, give me them. Instantly, as soon as he got there with the chips, I rebutted. I smacked the shit out of him. Right there in front of everybody. So, and he just dropped the chips and looked like it was just that. Like, I'm like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. Like, nigga, play with me from New York, nigga. You know how I back then, you know what I'm saying? How that shit used to be, nigga. I always say that shit growing up. Like, that shit crazy. So, hell yeah. Ever since then, I just been, I mean, real, that was just that.
It's like, kind of in a sense, like, put your stand down, like, all right, this how I'm carrying it from here on out.
Real. Then we started going to school and shit. And then in school, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like I was a little ladies man. I played basketball, I played football, I played baseball, bro. I was ran track. I was hella athletic. I was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So that was just my stain came with that. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot. And then I was beating niggas up in school. Every year I get suspended a couple times because I done knocked a nigga out. So it was just every school I was going to growing up out here, everybody I was beating a nigga up every time I went to school.
Why was you getting into fights and shit?
Niggas be hating, you know. I told you I was ladies and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas just hating, you know what I'm saying?
Athlete,
A couple times just hood to hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas messing with my mans, I'm just, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get into like how was like gangs within here or even in New York? Did you ever get influenced by that?
Gangs in New York. There was a few Crips in New York, but my projects and all the projects I was surrounded by, like in New York, like it was mad bloods. You know what I'm saying? New York was so bloody. Early 2000s, like 99, like it was bloods. All my OGs from my hood, like a lot of them niggas was blood, bro. My big brother blood, like niggas blood, bro. So when I came down here, shit, it wasn't really no gangs. It was just hoods.
Okay.
Like you had Armstrong, Holly Street, Hilltop, Hillsdale, Southside. I mean, it was just hoods. You know what I'm saying? Meadowbrook. Like, so you get hoods beefing with each other, and you know this shit's so small, we all gonna see each other. Like, I could take y'all through every hood after we leave here in like maybe 10 minutes. Every guy just named it, I could circle them hoods right now in like 10 minutes with y'all right now. So we all gonna meet each other all the time.
Gotcha.
So niggas was fighting so much out here, like it was just always that. So then, you know, like 2000, let me see, 2000 and what, Pop? What you say, 2004, 3, 2002? That's when the gang shit started coming around. Started seeing flags, you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere. But for us, you know what I'm saying, like my group, you know what I'm saying, nobody was banging. You know what I mean, I was the first nigga from from 9 years old to 13, 14 when I first did it and shit. When I was the first nigga to even start acting like I was banging with a flag in my hood. Me and my man.
What you mean acting like
I wasn't really Crip, but I was acting like I was a Crip. I mean, you know, I never got initiated, but we was on that. Like, nigga, we got some blue flags and we started riding on niggas for Crip. Like, you know what I mean? But we was on, so we just created that shit back then, just bullshitting in the hood, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't know, you know what I mean? That was just some young boy shit, so, but we started seeing that shit like that. Like, but it was other niggas that we was beefing with already on the other side of town that we like fought already, and they was claiming blood anyway. We heard they was claiming blood, they was young claiming blood, so we like, nigga, automatically we gonna bang Crip then, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what we was on and shit. Like it was a few, like my whole generation of my age and shit, we all started claiming we was Crip and shit. Like, bro right there, he had to get on his little brother ass, one of my mans, Louis and shit, tell him like, nigga, you ain't no fucking Crip, give me that flag, y'all niggas ain't doing this shit. Like, niggas was mad, like y'all niggas acting like y'all banging this shit. So that was that. Then, you know, it really migrated. A lot of big homies from original states and spots, like real set, like started migrating here, coming here, and shit became real. You know, that's early 2000s, so shit just became real, you know what I'm saying?
How old were you when shit became real?
Shit, nigga, shit started getting real out here. Like, I was around about 12, 13 years old. That's when shit started getting real. Out here?
I done fucked up more names than drunk smack, nigga, the gut.
2 years out here, that's when...
That's like 3-4 years in.
Yeah.
That's when shit started getting real. You know, the first 3, I told you,
So-
there was a lot of fighting at first. Niggas started using guns in like the 2000s, like 3-4.
When did it affect you, or when did you ever get into like anything out here around that age, 12, 13, or what were you seeing out
I was
there?
just like going to like, you know, the dances and the parties and shit. And me and my gang, we'd just be fighting a lot, just beating other hoods up. Like that was just at that point for us. That was it. Like we just was the dominant fighting niggas. You know what I'm saying? We just be beating niggas up. But around about 14 was when I got my first pole out here. When my man's long live my nigga Ro and shit. My nigga Ro had a little 380 and shit in the hood. He like I said, he ain't trust a lot of little niggas and shit. Came to me and my man Hardbody. He like, yo, I need you to hold this down for me, nigga. I'm like, what? Gave it to me. I'm like, oh shit, what's this? Christmas.
That was the first time seeing a gun?
Hell no. My first time, one of my big bros from my head gave me one.
Okay.
13 and shit.
Okay.
Facts.
So with all this going on, when was the first time you picked up a pen?
My first time ever picking up a pen, I got locked up. I was in jail actually.
How old were you?
Hell yeah.
I was 16.
Okay.
So 3 years.
So you wasn't thinking about rap all them extra years and all that? Like as far as like wanting to be an artist?
I'm gonna show you when we leave. I got baseball, basketball, football. I got trophies. I was an athlete.
Okay, so you're
that's
straight
what I'm saying.
athlete.
Yeah, exactly. So you wasn't thinking about
It was
it.
crazy.
So when did you first wanted to start rapping?
I got locked up. I was bored. I was in jail, right? Cassidy. It was Freestyle Friday going on a lot. Like all that time, I was 13, 14. You know, I used to run home to go watch. I used to go watch. I don't know if y'all remember Twilight. I remember Twilight from One of Sisters Park. It was the nigga with braids. He had cornrows. He was nasty. Alright, Twilight was nasty though. He was different. Him, Hollow the Don. Hollow the Don was my favorite battle rapper all the way. Yeah, Poster Boy. Hollow the Don was my favorite battle rapper all the way until I got introduced to Terror. Got introduced to Terror when I was what? So I watched battle rap for real at what? 19.
And how long were you locked up before you started writing?
I was locked up for my first bid I ever did was 10 months.
And then like what? How many months in did you first pick up the pen?
I came home with probably 120 verses type shit.
Sheesh.
I was going crazy. I was so influenced. You know me, I'm a young boy, bro. I was young. I'm young. I'm just writing everything and mad shit. I still remember my first bars, kind of, sort of like that shit crazy. I kind of like that shit. When I say, I was like, yo. I said, yo, you see me in Armstrong, chilling in the blue ride. Disrespect us, you might as well commit suicide. Cause we shooting shots right at your cerebellum. Oh, y'all older niggas some beasts? Well, run and tell them. The young niggas in charge and we holding down the blocker. Murder you niggas and dump you in the high school locker. The block hot, full of pits. I don't know. I remember that was like my first rap I ever wrote though. That was my first time ever trying to do it. I remember them couple of bars though.
That's dope.
That was the beginning though. That's a fact.
What you get
That
locked
was
up
in
for?
05. I got locked up for what? 7 armed robberies, attempted armed robbery.
For what?
7 armed robberies.
7 armed robberies?
Attempted armed robbery, first degree kidnapping, first degree burglary. That was my first bid I ever did. I was down for 10 months on that one.
What the fuck? Well, how you get caught up with some shit like this?
Started wilding a little bit, you know, but take it back and shit. Like I said, the 13, 14, you know, I was wilding out. At that same time, you know, my mom was fighting with cancer. While I'm going to school, being a sports star, all of this, my mom was fighting with cancer.
Damn.
Going like, for real, from all the way from 2003. My grandmother died. When I moved out here from New York, every year on my birthday, you know, I told her I was my grandmother's baby. She'd call every year on my birthday, June 13th, she hit my line. Every year, tell me happy birthday, early in the morning, first person, every year. Turned 13 years old and shit. It's 11, 12 o'clock. The phone ain't wrong, bro. I call up there on my birthday, bro. Oh, where mommy at? What? Antoine, we ain't want to call you. Mommy passed away this morning.
Oh my God. At 13?
So I'm like, what the fuck y'all mean? That's when they told me she had cancer. I'm like, she had cancer all this time? Like, I ain't know she had like all that time she had cancer. So, you know what I mean? My mom was devastated. And at the same time, my mom was fighting with cancer, but it was acknowledged. The family knew my mom had cancer. My grandma was keeping it a secret. My grandma had cancer for like 6-7 years. And she was keeping it a secret, fighting it.
Yeah.
My mom, we knew she had cancer. So that shit took my mom's cancer to the next level. My mom had just beat her cancer. Got her breast cut off, cancer clean, was free, just beat it. That shit came back like that shit GBG gang, that shit Get Back gang, that shit came back, spit the block on my mom's on some other shit. By the time I was 15, my mom was packing it up. Cancer tore her ass up out of here, boy. I watched that shit eat her alive, nigga. Used to walk home from school. Nigga. I don't know if y'all niggas been around somebody that's dying or the smell of death. If you know what a dead body smells like you know what I'm saying. Like if a body been sitting somewhere and somebody find a body and it's been there for 2 weeks, you know, can you imagine the smell? Mm. So I imagine your insides already being dead and they die and it's coming through your skin and they've been dead for months. You know how it smelled in my house? You know how that smell, bro. That smell, like I know that smell instantly. You know what I'm saying? When I know death. I know the smell of that shit, bro. So we used to walk home from school. I had punched a nigga in the face one time. Come home from school one day and shit. Nigga was talking about it stink, bro. You could smell my house. The block was right here across the street. You could smell it like when you get ready before you cross the street. You could smell that odor coming out of my crib. But it was my mom's that cancer. That shit was reaping on the whole block. Like my neighbors would be like, man, my neighbors try to help. Everybody try to like it was like that. And my neighbor, it was me, my neighbor, and my girlfriend lives right here at 15. Mm-hmm. And by 14, 15, going to 15, whatever, my girlfriend, I'm 15. She's pregnant. I got my first daughter on the way as well.
Oh my God.
My mom's dying from cancer.
Damn, man, you're an athlete. You're doing all that. You got a daughter on the way.
At 15.
And this is all before you got locked up.
All before the lockup. It's at 15. I got locked up at 16.
Yeah,
15 years old. What the?
I had my first. See, I posted a prompt picture the other day. She's 17. My daughter looking grown. You know what I'm saying? That's 15. I'm 32, bro. You know what I'm saying? She called me like, yeah, my friends. I'm like, saying you on Bads and Bodies. Girl. You don't like that shit? Yeah, Daddy young.
So it's 15. Damn. So how are you coping with this, man? How you dealing with this?
Dealing with it good, bro. Like I told you, like you asked me from the beginning, you could tell I've been mature for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you know that's just God don't give you no battles that you can't. I ain't complaining. Bro, at all. So yeah, I ain't complaining. My baby. But yeah, she.
So.
But the thing about her is this though. I'm gonna cut you off.
No, go ahead.
She was born 2 months early. She was premature.
Your daughter?
Yeah, my first daughter's a miracle. Yeah, she was born 2 months early. She the doctor said she wasn't gonna live. She wasn't gonna make it. It was already guaranteed. They already told us like, there's no way possible. It's 99.9 chances she is going to die. This baby can't make it. Like she was 1 pound 7 ounces when she came out. She didn't come out head first. A foot came out, 2 feet. He pulled her out like a chicken, like this. For real, okay. I'm sitting in my BM and shit. She holding my hand, ripping my shit. I'm talking about blood, nigga. She got her nails in me, nigga. I'm bleeding, nigga. No cow. She's digging in my shit, screaming. He pulling the baby out, bro. The nurses and shit, bro. And me, bro. I'm sitting there. It's a crazy ass experience, bro.
That's the difference, nigga. Nigga, in this ring, you my idol. But tonight, my nigga, I'm something right. This bad news written all over this hammer. That's the done title.